This is the mess we made when the book got really confusing and Peter Wilkes died.
Peter Wilkes is this guy. He just died, and there was this guy on this boat that the king, that guy, and he told all the names to everybody. Well, not to everybody, but to the king. And so he got all these. And so these two people are supposed to show up at a funeral for Peter Wilkes.
People are Peter Wilkes' friends, and they're supposed to be at the funeral. And then William, the Duke is playing the part of William, who's deaf and dumb. And then the king is playing the part as Harvey. George died before Peter Wilkes, like a year before, and George told Peter Wilkes to give $3,000 of his to his 3 daughters. Told Harvey to go all the way from England to go all the way there because he had a letter that says where all of the $6,000 are, and then they were gonna split it for Harvey, which ain't really actually Harvey. It's actually the king, which ain't really actually the king, and also William, the Duke, which ain't really actually the Duke. And then they get 3,000, and they get 3,000. Dr. Robinson showed up later in the funeral, and he said that Harvey and William were frauds, and he didn't want them to have the money because he thought they weren't real, which they really weren't real. And he was planning to steal the money from the 3 girls.
So William is deaf and dumb. That's what the D plus D means. And dumb basically means he can't talk. And Hobson, Levy, and Dr. Robinson all hunting. But later on, Dr. Robinson comes.
Dr. Robinson tried to convince the people in the crowd that he wasn't real, but the audience, well, not the audience, but the people in the crowd told him that he was real, and he showed us almost a million ways that he was real. So they found a letter. They went to the cellar, where the money was hid. They saw all the so there wasn't $6,000. They think Peter Wilkes just messed up. And so they put in some of the money they already had and made $6,000. And then Mary Jane, Susan, Joanna is like kind of protecting Harvey. Well, not really Harvey, but Harvey. And they give them the money to invest for them. And they go back to the girls' house and they spend the night. And then Huck really doesn't like. Well, he realizes that the king and the Duke aren't really good people. They're really bad. And so he's just thinking about trying to steal it back and give it to the girls.